Okay, so things are a little different. So what I did was, Own 3D has chatbot has joined the chat. Okay, so I have another chatbot on my stream. Amazing. But that doesn't pop up in chat. This chat box here, it's just not going to do it. I can already tell, like it won't do it. For whatever reason, live chat just does not work, which is sad. It should work, but it does not. That's like a major problem. Like it just does not work. Now I believe if I turn off Twitch, I still don't have a YouTube chat, but I have okay, so I have a YouTube chat, right? But it's not connected, which is terrible. The live chat widget doesn't even work right now, which is, to say the least, quite terrible. I'm surprised that doesn't work. It should, but it does not. So that's not good. It should be working, but it's not working. This is just like this is just supposed to be a test stream, like ideally. Oh, and you include Twitch here. That's why it's probably not working. Save. So YouTube doesn't work. I have to let I'm gonna have to let support know that hey, I got the bot to be able to join my stream, but it's still not able to get chat over to the live chat feature, the chat widget. So that's still like going to be a major problem, but not as problematic as it otherwise could be, which I think is fine in my case, right? But you know, things can change. So I'm gonna type over there. So I need to get the support to actually help me out here, because if the support doesn't help me out, then I'm kind of cooked. So if I say hi on my other stream, I believe Nightbot, that does show up in chat. It's just that YouTube chat as a function of time just does not exist for whatever reason. So I feel I have to uncheck YouTube, and then I'm going to have to recheck YouTube at the same time. So I'm going to uncheck this box here. Uncheck YouTube. And then I'm going to have to see how to actually get YouTube back in there. So, like, recheck YouTube. And then I'm going to have to check other stuff. Because I have the chat bot, but, you know, I don't see anything else besides that. Now, the latency for the YouTube chat bot is quite aggressive, I will admit. Like, that is quite terrible, actually. So that's not good. So I think the main thing I have to do is just yeah, I honestly don't know. Like, my brain is not like that obvious type of thing. I will probably need to sneak around this guy. I forgot we're kind of playing Rainmaker. So things may or may not get interesting. Things may or may not get interesting. Oh, come on, dude. Actually, we're actually in an okay-ish position. I thought I wasn't okay. I'm gonna have to back away from that, because I know he's coming. Okay, and now I'm dead. I was not able to activate my Booyah Bomb fast enough. But yes, so Twitch chat works. It's just that YouTube chat doesn't. So I have to send another email. And to send more emails. So I got the chat bot to work. Right, but now I have another stream, and it's just not sending out messages. Because the stream, I guess, doesn't see them for whatever reason. I don't know why the chat bot sees them, but the chat widget just does not see them. So I need to fix that. Unless I have the chat feature where I have no embedding, I might need to go look back at my settings to see what I changed. Yeah, so what I might do is actually go back to my chat settings, or go to YouTube settings actually, and see what I changed that's preventing my stream from getting scraped. I think I might need to check those settings, at least right now, because if Twitch is working, right? Twitch works, but other things do not, then we have problems. Alright, that's one match in, and I did quite well. I like that. So, I'm checking my stream. I need to update this to the right podcast, as always. But now it's more... I need to find out how you actually allow these streams to actually get embedded. It's like somehow. I don't know. There's a lot of weird things happening with this game. I won't be playing for too long. Like, probably at most like another 40 minutes. But I do find it quite interesting that, you know, you have all these stream settings, and then at some point it just stops working. Which sucks, but I can't do much about that. Maybe I have to make my streams like unlisted, like at first, just to make it easier. I highly doubt that's what it is. Oh, things are kind of weird. Save. So I'm going to email owned support again because I have to about. Okay, so the chat. So I'm gonna have to say to them, hey, the chat bot works, right? But I have another issue. Your chat bot works, but I can't get the chat widget to actually read my chat. And this time I didn't have a scheduled stream. Is what I have to say to them. Hey Chase, welcome to the stream. But yeah, so that's what I have to say to them next time. Through the email that, hey, Twitch is working under the chat widget. The chat bot works okay. Well, they exist, but I'm not really using it. How do I fix the chat widget? Once I can fix the chat widget, everything will be working quite smoothly, and then I could just get, I I guess, another streaming platform. Like Kick or something. Own3D is the software that I'm using, not to stream, but to give the overlay and the live chat feature that you see on the left of the screen. I'm using them also for the alerts on my channel when people subscribe, follow, or I believe give memberships eventually. So I've added some alerts for that, but I've noticed they don't update automatically, so I have to ask them why they aren't updating automatically to figure out what to do. Oh my goodness. The chat broke, but I don't know why it broke. That's the key thing. If I could figure out why it broke and how to fix it, this would be ideal, right? But since the support said it doesn't, like if you schedule a stream, it doesn't work. Okay, I didn't schedule a stream this time, and it's still not working for me. Twitch is working. Like if you go over to the Twitch channel and you type something, it will work. Who knows? Viz support should, in theory, know. In theory. It'd be funny if I had to delete the chat widget and put in another chat widget. It would be funny if I had to do that. And that was the solution. Although I don't believe it's the solution, because if Open3D has access to my account and it can't even read the YouTube chat, that sounds like there's a larger problem going on. The random stream, by the way. I know. Sometimes it will definitely happen where I have a random stream that will either be off topic or this game. I mainly did this stream to test if the new stuff is working, but also to see if the audio is ideal, which I tested beforehand, and I think it should be better now, where I'm not getting overridden by the game. What's my teammate doing? We are concerned about that person. I mean, also at this time of the day, people wouldn't really expect the stream unless it's from Prochara, which he does stream at this time. It's actually quite common for him to stream at this time because it's only 8 p.m. for him. Actually, it would be 9 p.m. for him. I have to round up, not down. So he would be able to stream at this time. It's also easier for him to stream the weapon reviews because they come out around 1 a.m. for him. So yeah. Sally is 4 minutes away from midnight and I have school tomorrow. That's fine. It's also 3 minutes away from midnight here, but I don't have school. I don't have anything tomorrow. I have it on Wednesday, but not tomorrow. Tuesday will always be an off day for me. Take care if he needs to take care. All I have to do now is I just have to probably just email Viz support. Yeah, I'll probably be here for another 20 minutes and leave. Okay, yeah, that's fine. This stream isn't supposed to be going on for too long anyway, so I should probably be over by the time like you decide to leave. Just playing a little bit. Just playing. Oh, funny enough, Prochara just went live, and he's also playing X-Rank. Funny enough, so might be able to see Prochara today. Who knows? But we're not gonna know the name for Chara. It's gonna be, what is his skill level? But he's much higher than I am in terms of skill, so I probably won't see him like today. Thought it. Yeah, because I know this is the time of the day that he does stream. He's not streaming earlier in the day. This is the time where he streams. Whenever he makes a tier list video, this is roughly the time when he's going to be doing it. Or a bit earlier. Like 1 or 2 hours earlier, not any later than that. Not any earlier or later than that. Now is the time where he does everything. And then later is when everything gets edited. Which, some of it is edited by him. But I believe he hires editors, multiple of them, to edit his videos for him. He's 3 hours behind us. He's in California. So, it is a time zone difference. Oh, Storm. Okay, I got it to 6-7. That's a waste, but there's at least points on the board. Okay, I got stuck there. I should not do that. My teammates are huddled up to defend. I believe this guy definitely has a shot. I think the person on the enemy team, they definitely have a shot of moving this Rainmaker a bit further. Yes, they do. I was correct about that. The key is getting rid of, actually getting rid of this guy. Okay, wait. I have a problem because I can't move. Now, I think because Twitch is working, if people follow on Twitch, I will know about it. Which is quite useful. Okay. Unless alerts are also bugged, which would be fun. You haven't used Twitch in a year. Oh, I got fall off, right? Yeah. I don't know. I've usually multi-streamed to Twitch and YouTube for about 2 years now. Because it's easier for people to find a stream if they're only watching on one platform. Now, if I can actually get enough followers on TikTok, so... Alright, so the alerts do work for Twitch. That is a certainty. Now, does it show the icon on screen? That's the question. It works? Okay. Okay, so on the Twitch stream, besides the fireworks, did you have, like, Was there like a thing that popped up with your name on it? That had music play or no? This thing is like falling a little bit behind. But at least I know Twitch alerts work. YouTube alerts. Now I know those don't work, so I have to find a way to actually fix that. Wait, what? I am kind of going this. Oh my goodness. Wow. I threw that away. My team like completely lost it there. That's my fault. I think, yeah, that's 2 losses for sure. Let me actually check Prochara's stream. See what he's up to. He is playing with a 96 on a different account. So if I see someone with a 96, headphones, and some blue sneakers, and a soccer shirt, I know it's him. For sure. Like, it has to be. What's the name on his account? The name on his account is Umbrian, so Umbreon. But because Nintendo has aliases as the names, I'm not going to know it's him until after the match. Okay. Let's see. Okay, he's definitely not in this one. I don't think I'm going to see him. Not a good start, I know, but even still, you can't win every single game. At some point, when you win enough, it will notice. So, you will get tougher opponents. Like that, it will just happen. Okay, wait. Move. Okay, my teammate is like kind of smoked right now. What is going on? Okay, they have 2 people marked. They should get this. Yeah, because they move away quite quickly. I think even he knows, like, even he knows to back up away. Turf War is overhated. I mean, people don't play it because they feel it's too slow. At least in ranked, you can get through a match in less than 30 seconds. It can take a lot longer than that, though, if the match is close. but turf war is a solid 3 minutes. It being more casual, I don't really think matters. It's more, you can be throwing, you can be playing terribly for most of the game and still win. I think people don't like that. They don't like that aspect of it, where it can actually be a now or never situation. Whereas in ranked, it can that can happen, but not. You don't have many now or never situations in most ranked battles. Dude, I know you're there. Like the amount of times I think where you'll actually have a situation where if you're not doing something in a ranked match at the very end will decide the entire match is very rare. Usually the opening matters a lot. And then everything after that also matters too. And if you have a chance, then the smaller stuff will matter towards the end. I think the end matters if you're close enough. Then it really matters. If it's like 1 point away kind of thing. Or the lead is so large where you have to make a push. But otherwise, if it's not one of those situations, 9 times out of 10, the rest of the game probably matters a lot more. Alright, I got the 5 points. Like there, that one situation, that one push, if it was at the end, it would be an now or never situation. But because it's in the middle of the game, technically, it's not. So, now they have a chance where if they don't do something now, or if they don't get a good push now, it will be extremely difficult for them to get good ones later. I think there should be another game mode where you just fight opponents. Probably think that should be added because I like chilling people. Okay. Well, how effective the splats were actually doesn't matter because you can eliminate like 50 opponents, but what matters now is everything else. For example. Like at least in this area, right? What will matter now is not that we eliminate them, but how we're able to do so. Because some deaths matter a lot more than others. Like that Rainmaker death right there matters a lot for the game. Whereas the one where I got jumped by that splatter shot didn't really do anything. A lot of rank modes are based around an objective, so the kill count in itself doesn't matter. It matters when you get them. Are you getting them and able to get push off of it? Or are you getting them just to get them? And it doesn't help you. Kind of thing. That's alright. You can make typos from time to time. Autocorrect? Oh. Yeah, that would make sense. I think the audio, at least for this stream, should be better than the last one. I was thinking tomorrow, to make a video about that post I did earlier. So I'll probably make a video, not now, I'll actually do it when I wake up, where I get into metabang and draw the things that I see. What post? It's the one with the 6-7 over a hurricane, over 2 hurricanes, that one. It should be in the community tab, like for up somewhere. I actually just realized I actually have the stream up on YouTube. Like, it's fully running and everything. Oh, yeah. Okay, I messed that up completely. Just wonder which one. It's the 6. It's the one. I don't know. It's the one with the image of the 6-7, but I don't remember the exact words I put in there. Okay, wait, hold on. Okay, I messed up terribly. I got hit by one stamp and it was over. We don't have a bow, so we're not going to be able to secure this. But to try. I was thinking someone may try to use the plank. Was it on purpose? No, I didn't make that one. I didn't make the image. It was just something that I had in my folder that I thought could be good for a YouTube post. So that will be the first thing tomorrow I would try to recreate as accurately as possible with no reference. Free lead. Let's go. I still can't hit that person. I wish I could, but I can't. It's not gonna be easy hitting him. Oh wait, that's so lucky. I'm saving that. They missed both of those. Huge. That did nothing. I think if I hit the middle, it would have been better. I'm surprised they missed both of those. That's amazing. One went over my head, the other one went like directly. That's fun. Okay, I'm going to clip that at some point. I'm going to clip that and post it to YouTube Shorts, so more people can watch. That was actually kind of funny. How do you miss that? So easy not to miss. Oh, well. Come on. Well, if they're going to wait. But if they're going to reset, we're going to have a good time. I was playing turf once someone stopped quick look and 1 second later got killed. That does happen. That does happen. People should not have that. Ooh, ooh. Wait. I actually dodged. If I dodged again, that would have been a very good clip right there. But I think these guys get it. They don't. Vertically, they do not. Okay, there's like 3 guys on me. I can't do it. We got it to 1, which is very good, actually, but can't do anything more than that. Ugh. Oh my goodness. Just hit that like there. But now that I have the clip, I can talk about it. I could actually just take an excerpt from this. Whoa. 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 The Stamper has no idea what they're doing. Amazing. Cooked. It almost happened to me when I got a sick quad kill and one of them stuck behind and still got him. I mean, that's part of the thing about getting clips, though. You don't try to clip farm, because then there's a chance that someone will get you. You only get the clip after everyone's already been eliminated. It's the trick. That's ideal, but I don't know. If people are trying to actually farm clips instead of winning the games, then yeah, that will happen a lot. Oh my goodness. I was playing Turf 4. Oh wait, I already read that. But I mean still, even in Turf 4. Even in Turf 4, people do try to get clips. Which is fair. Everyone needs the 50 seconds of fame on the internet. But, you know. At some point, it's like, okay, why? Who's even watching this? Is my thought process on it. Squid baggers are worse. Well, squid bagging is worse because they're intentionally trying to mess with you. If people are just trying to make clip farms, you can't necessarily always tell if they're clip farming. Unless, I guess they start standing still after. But that just kind of makes it too obvious. One thing I am surprised about is that there's 4 people watching me. It's 12 a.m. in the morning. Who's watching, guys? I know, Chase, you're watching, but who else is watching me? Who are the other 2 people who are watching this stream besides me? Because I'm one of those people. Just to make sure the stream doesn't crash on me. Who are these other 2 people? Who's watching Splatoon at 12 a.m. in the morning when Protara is streaming? But I have an even better idea. I have to roll. No. There's gonna be 3 guys that roll down the hill there. My health is at 0%. And I have infinite problems to deal with. Like my ink tank being low. And that. Oh, there we go. That's huge. They're hiding. People lurk and watch stream. Those are very important viewers. I just don't know who's watching. That's the thing. Like, there's a lot of people watching. And it's like, who's watching this stream? Usually I have no viewers at this time. So who's watching tonight? Oh. Okay, wait. One thing I'm actually going to do is just camp the ledge here. Come on, bro. Get it. There we go. Alright, that's another one. We'll keep going. Just keep going. That was actually quite good. I was able to stop 2 people who were trying to chase me. Very important. Was actually able to stop them. So my team was actually able to get the win very quickly. So we can get another game in here. And I think possibly if I get another win rate, I'm sitting at a 60% win rate. That's the target win rate I'm looking for. If I'm able to get another one, right? I believe I get a 66% win rate, which would be very good, and I would love to see that. But yeah, that clip of them missing those 2 darts, that's definitely going into a YouTube short. That has to go into one. That's too funny not to have. That's too funny not to put into a video. I don't know how you missed the first dart and you missed the second dart. How you have a range so small. That's amazing. When you get X rank, are you asking what rank you get it at, or when did I personally get it? For this game specifically, or if you're talking generally. When did I get it? For this game, I got it on the first update that came out. In Splatoon 2, I got it in the first month of 2022, I believe. After actually starting to play the game online from May 2021, so about 7 months. 7-8 months to get it. In Splatoon 2, and then only 3 months to get it here. Because that's how long it took them to add it to the game. Okay. Hey, hold on. Oh, I was hit by a curling bomb. What did they... Oh, wait. I think he hit this thing. He hit the block to bounce it off, so it hit me. Maybe we are fighting smarter players than I thought. This is Splatoon once the brain starts getting it together. We're really trying to analyze what's happening. I cannot move because this Hydra is in the way. I want to drop. I want to, but I'm not able to. There's 2 people there. You have to restart this game 2 times. Like, okay, so create a new account is what you mean? I'm not sure what you mean by restart. We know who's there, bro. I should have moved to the right instead. It would have been easier. Once at level 80 in Splatoon 2. You don't know what happened? Okay, wait, no. There's people underneath me. I have a large problem. You have to go. I cannot even hear myself. Okay, please. There we go. Again in Splatoon 3. Why in Splatoon 3? I don't know if there's actual delete account feature button in this game. Because I haven't done it yet. It'd be... Well, I've been playing this for too long, so it doesn't make sense for me to delete my account. Okay, so that person... I'm a bit confused about that one. They moved 2 spaces over, but they were still on... Okay. I need to rewatch that. Because I don't understand what happened. I didn't transfer my data. Oh, okay. I was able to transfer... Well, you can't transfer your data from Splatoon 2 to Splatoon 3. But if you do transfer it, the highest rank that you can transfer to, I believe, is B. B rank. So, when I transferred this game... on the very first day it came out, I was transferred into B rank, and then it took about 5 days to get to S+. I was stuck in A+ for a while. It was very difficult having to fight that SRB2 dude. That was very difficult. And fight Watson and Kibber in the early days of this game. With sloshing machine still, but it's very difficult fighting. Now, fighting dude is not that hard. Not as hard as I thought it would be. Because now, I've actually fought against him where... Actually, he's not that bad. I actually understand how to fight him now. But in early S2, in September 2022, I was getting wrecked. I thought I was doing so well, but no. I have to slow it down. I have no idea where my teammates are. They're all down. I don't know why I didn't, so I didn't have Octoshot. Oh wait, you get Octoshot from that? I don't remember getting Octoshot from the transfer. Or are you talking about Splatoon 2? Because I don't believe Octoshot is a weapon in Splatoon 3. I don't think so. It'd be interesting if it was. It is? Where? Hold on. I might have to check to see if I even have this weapon. Do I even have this weapon? Hold on. Wait. 1, 2. Does not seem like I have it. I know what it looks like, though. Or maybe it's under the replica section. But no, I don't have it. That's odd. I don't have it. Maybe that's something that you have to get with side order. I think that's something that comes along with side order. But I might be wrong. I can search the Wikipedia for it. Is it in Splatoon 3? It is. Splat Bomb Triple Strike. It does exist. Yeah, you have. It's a side order thing. Like it's in the game, but you have to have side order. And a complete challenge is there to get it. It's a replica of the Tentatech Splatter Shot, so it has the exact same stats. It's just a reskin. It's a bit weird because a lot of weapons, I say, like weapon kits, you have the same weapon, but you have a different sub and special. I don't know what it is, but for the Splatter Shot in particular, they love just doing flat-out reskins of the kits. And not changing the kits, just changing the look of the weapon, but keeping the stats the same. I don't know why they do that, but they like doing it. It would be fun if the weapons had different stats, though. Like the Order Shot having, I don't know, give it more paint or something like that. That would be interesting. There would be reason to use it. Over the normal Splatter Shot, besides aesthetic look. Yeah, they're reskins, is the thing. there's no new kit with them. You're playing basically a weapon that already exists that you could purchase. You're just working harder for it. Which, I know, is a bit sad, but... We're not that to deal with things like that. It would be good if, at least the weapon itself had a different stat attached to it. So maybe... Like, I know you have an order replica shot. It would have been good if that maybe... Maybe it has slightly less damage, but you move a lot faster. That would be cool. Give the weapons a reason to actually grind for them besides just having them as a collection. There are enough weapons different in this game. There are enough different weapons in this game that they can have ideas for even the reskin. Okay, wait, hold on. Hold on. No, that Rainmaker cannot be allowed to get through. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, good. Video custom colors for private battles is so good because people doing because of Splatfests in between too. They do. I mean, people that gives the option to do Splatfest with colors. What I really want them to do, however, is in private battles. Both have the Splatfest theme, right? But additionally, allow us to actually make colors. That would be good. To make colors and not have to use already existing ones. So they pretty much use everything. Make new ink colors and new ink textures. This stuff to make them is already in the game. Why it wasn't like that at the start? The game wasn't finished yet. I doubt it's finished now. It's closer to finished. Probably. This game is about 99% finished, for sure. Well, 99% with an asterisk next to it, because they can always decide to put more stuff in the game. The Nintendo Switch 2 edition of this game is supposed to run faster, I believe, on your Switch. Well, if you have this game on your Switch, it runs better. And Salmon runs not nearly as laggy. So I'd imagine when they get Nintendo Switch 2 edition, they'll add more content to this game, but you have to have a Nintendo Switch 2 to access it. So I'd imagine they probably wouldn't lock weapon kits behind it. What they might do is Splatoon Raiders is actually a DLC for Splatoon 3. And you have to have a Switch 2 to get it. That would be funny. Near the end of S3. I mean, technically S3 ended... Technically. The Splatfests, like the update cycle, technically should have ended around the beginning of fall 24. Actually, it would have ended June 2024. That would have been the last significant update. Supposedly. But then we got another significant update a year later. So, the game was released in September 2022. So, at the very end of summer. The last time I played this game before 2026 is 2022. I mean, people do take breaks from this game. I will admit. So, I mean, people will take a very long time away from the game, so a lot can change in that time. But when the game did first come out, it was very buggy. It was a buggy mess. Like, this weapon could clip through walls, and it was no biggie. It was very easy. But they patched that. And they did make the network connections a little bit better. So the games don't crash as much as they used to. Believe it or not, they don't crash as much as they used to. Not to say that they don't crash, they definitely do. But it's a lot more stable now than it was 4 years ago. Even if that's hard to believe. Because I do remember, at least in 22, people disconnected a lot more than they do now. Games were definitely not that stable. Not apocalyptic or anything, but they definitely are not stable. Like, lag is a lot more of an issue, generally. I got 15. Let's go. But, I don't know. I think this... down. This will probably be the last match because it's approaching an hour. So this will be the short stream. I have to find that moment. Actually, believe it or not. I'm down to bow. Bow has got me. I hope these guys can at least lock down that border. I don't know why they popped the guys. Popping was a massive mistake. No, guys. Please. Okay. We did not lose lead, crucially. We are in fact still in winning position. Oh, come on, man. Okay, he was not even pushing that far. I find it fun that the way I came back to the game, I see Twitch just sitting, and I'm like, oh, I should see what I was playing last. Funny. I mean, the game, I guess looking back at the stuff that you used to play does give you interest in it, if you haven't done it for a while. Okay, I'm going to be an NPC for a little bit. NPC gaming. Okay, no one's going to be jumping randomly across the map, I can already tell. What I'm not going to do is drop. I'm not going to do that. I'm going to avoid that as much as possible. They're down. That doesn't help me though. The Hydra. Well, our Hydra is actually up, so that's good. The question more so is clearing out everyone else. One thing I was deciding to do, because I actually looked through my subtitles. You can't auto-dub streams, however, they're auto-generated captions. I can look through them, and then I can publish English ones that are basically exactly identical to the auto-generated ones, but I just reviewed them. What I'm planning to do is after I make a stream, I just use the auto-generated captions, go through them, approve them, and then translate the stream into common languages that everyone speaks, that's able to play this game, and see what happens. So not auto-dubbing where my voice gets replaced by a robot, which I want them to improve that system so it sounds more like the actual person and doesn't make mistakes, but have the subtitles be an option where they can just read what I'm saying in their own language while hearing me speak English. I'll do one more. It's more that I guess the word's wrong. And that it doesn't sound like the person. It sounds like the translators, like Google Translate. That's how it sounds. So, while it may get a decent amount of it right, if the audio is awkward, or if the person's not clear while they're speaking, and there's a lot of background noise, it does not pick up on what they're saying as well. So it distorts that, which is not good. But if they can improve it so where it can actually read all that and actually be able to talk like the person, and you can actually understand them, and it doesn't make weird noises, I think it'll be fine. But I mean, they could have waited longer to do it. I believe Meta, for Instagram has already done this. But theirs doesn't sound like a robot. It actually just takes the person. So for them, I believe they had a feature where you change the video into your language and it would have the person's accent perfectly, where it sounded exactly like them and it seemed natural. But I believe they also made it so the video or the program, I think it's an AI program, they would actually change the way the person's mouth is moving to fit the words that they're saying. But I was never actually able to find the option for that. So I have to look online to figure out where that option exists, because I'm surprised YouTube and Google haven't done that. How does a company that has less information than you have a better auto-dubbing system? That doesn't make sense. How is that possible? It's not really a problem for me because I don't make content while on this channel. I mean, you don't really have to make content. The auto dubbing, you can disable it too, but it's only really going to be very important if you want people from multiple languages that you don't speak to be able to understand it. and at least hear it instead of using the subtitles. But people aren't liking it because it overruns what the person actually saying. Currently, I have it on because I know I don't speak every language on the planet. But it only does it for videos that you upload recently, not videos that are already uploaded. The hope is that in the future, when they actually make the system better, if they do that, that people can both understand what you're saying, but it's not off-putting where it doesn't feel like a person. How it's right 100% of the time? Wait, how do they act like it's right 100% of the time? Are you saying like how they advertise their AI as knowing more than being reliable in a way? Is that what you're saying? Like kind of how Google says that that people use their AI because it's more factual than other ones. Roblox. Are you talking about age verification? For theirs? Or their chat moderation system? I believe their chat moderation system is a simple text algorithm. I don't believe they actually own their I don't believe they own the facial recognition technology that you need to have your face scanned to see how old you are. They made a response and they said that it's a misunderstanding. It's a community understanding and they believe. I'm confused. What are they talking about, though? Are they making a response to the age update that they've made recently? Like, what were they originally responding to? AI age verification? Oh. They don't control the software for that. To be fair. Also, the issue with like the AI's age verification, at least for these checking people, is that if you can just find an image of someone else on the internet and hold it up in a way, you can get it to just verify it. And plus, parents also verify their own accounts or verify it for their kids, so it's not an easy way to get around. It's not really the best system for that. That doesn't work. What doesn't work? The photo? No, people have been getting around it. So I would imagine what they're probably going to do is that you're going to need... You gotta move to the face and stuff? Oh. Yeah, but I mean, even still, right? If you know what you're doing, or at least if you know how to set up like a face changer program, you can do it. That's why facial recognition, at least in that case, wouldn't really make sense. Because you're not going to actually be able to verify most people. Like for them, like realistically, if they really want to do age verification, the only real thing that they could do is ID. Not saying that the AI is terrible or anything, but that has a lot more ways around it than an ID. Like, you're not really going to be able to forge an ID that's in the government system. And that can also be made sure that you can lock it to one account per ID for example. Or if you're going to link it to multiple accounts, they know that. So if you allow your child to use that account, you have to prove that there's an actual adult using that account whenever you play. If it's like an 18 plus site. And then if it's a teenager, I'm not really sure how you're going to be able to prove that one. That one's a bit more of a gray area. It's a lot easier to prove if someone's over 18. It's 18 or over than under. No, what am I saying? It's a lot easier to prove if someone's over 18 or under than it is to prove if someone's over 13 or under 13. So, like, the chat segregation among age groups is going to be very difficult to actually do. Like, how do you know that the person's 13? Like, that's going to be difficult to do. Also, Persona is in a lawsuit for privacy. Persona? I don't know about that company. Is that the one that... Hold on. I should probably just look it up, because I don't know. I'm thinking of eating something, but I realized I've eaten backwards today, so I might just eat cereal. Online identity verification. Is that the service that... Okay, so that's the service that Roblox is using? Okay. They'll probably find a way around their legal troubles. They'll probably find a way to get around it in some way. It depends it depends how they're using it, I'd imagine. If they can't prove that they're not using it for a good purpose or they're not breaking any laws, it's going to be very hard for them to defend themselves. Kind of like, similar to how OpenAI with ChatGPT and healthcare, how in the actual official message they state, okay, we're not going to use or keep your medical information on the server, but then how are you going to be able to have an account? How is it that you're going to have an account and you're just able to log back in with it? It doesn't make sense. They're keeping it for 30 days, so they lie that they delete it immediately. I thought they said that you keep it for 30 days. Hold on. Yes. Yeah.
Still outside?
Let me see. Okay, I'm back. Apologies. My mom just called me. Just wrapping up stream here. What were you saying? Oh, that they deleted immediately. I thought they did. I thought they kept it for at least 30 days. But might actually have to read the terms of service versus what they state officially, because terms of service are what they're actually going by legally. Besides that, though, I mean, I would expect probably at least age verification to be more of a thing in the near future. But besides that, I don't think that it's really going to be anything else. Well, facial recognition's been something that we've been looking at for like decades now. It's just that modern, like, AI models are able to do it faster. But that's part of, like, how, like, proving a human helps train, like, those systems to be able to recognize this is what something looks like. So, this is more the application of the ability to recognize a word or recognize something and just turn it into be able to extrapolate information from it. If a human can't guess an age right, neither can AI. It depends what information is being given. Like, can you accurately estimate the exact age of a person? No. But could you estimate the range of their age based on, like, their body shape and what's happening? Yes. Like, you could tell, like, what point of someone's life like, what point, like, around what age someone is by looking at them. Now, people may say, oh, the person's, like, older, but generally, you can get a general age range from that. Like, someone who's 20 doesn't look like someone who's 30. They look very different. Similar, but different enough, you could tell. And the issue comes in, like, when you have chronic diseases that begin to obscure what those things look like. So, I mean, if you have a chronic disease that basically is sucking the life out of you, and you start losing, like, fat around your face, like some people who have long-term issues from COVID, like their face starts to look weird and they lose fat around it, like their body's slowly decaying, then the age range would be wrong. AI kind of leeches off of humans and gives you the person who acts the AI. Leeches off humans and gives you the person who acts the AI. I'm trying to understand what that actually means. Because at least from my understanding, it recognizes patterns. So it diffuses that information. So, like, it can recognize patterns the same way that you do, but it's not going to be able to just make an exact one-to-one replica. Unless you give it a reference. Or give it extra weight. It would do something in line that's similar to it, but it's not going to give exact replicas like that. Just like a person, if you ask them to draw someone else, they generally know what that person looks like, but they're not going to do it exactly until you actually show them. They're going to know, yeah, that's it. Until it actually sees it. Until a person or a computer actually sees what you're talking about, it's not going to know, like, what exactly it is, like, 100%, but it will get it mostly right. Finds the information on the internet. It depends what AI you're using. For some of them that check the internet, yes. For ones that it's built into the source code, no. Like, if you have something from Civet AI, like an image generator, and it's on your computer, and you download it to your computer, it's not searching the internet. Like, it's using its training data. But if you have one that can search the internet, or scrapes the internet, like we already have bots before AI that did it for Weather apps, then yeah. It can search the internet for that information. But it's also searching based on information it already has in its pattern recognition system. No, not pattern recognition system. It's neural network, which is a pattern recognition system. So, it can do that. I would more like to think of, like, generative AI, at least for right now, as something like, if a human can do it, and it can also probably do it, but it also has the same limitations that a person was. It's not going to be able to do anything. It's not going to be able to combine things that it's never seen before. Like, if it doesn't know what a specific animal species is, it's not going to be able to do it. Just like if a person doesn't know what that thing is, they're not going to be able to do it. That person has to know at least what it is. Anyways, I think AI is a good thing, but people are making it a bad thing. It's kind of summary of this, kind of. I mean, there's a lot of different things like people can debate over about generative AI. I can make like an entire video about it. Like, I would say that people both have to realize that, okay, an AI model can be used for misinformation and it can be used for good things, but also a generative AI model that's on your computer and run locally does not have the same effect as one where you're using one online that's run by Grok, for example. You have to know, okay, is AI environmentally destructive because it's AI? No. Is AI environmentally destructive because it's run in a data center that is destructive? Yes. If it's in a data center, it will be environmentally destructive, not because of the program itself, but because you're in a facility that needs a lot of power just to keep the servers running, and you need to have water to cool down the servers. So the issue there is not necessarily the robot or the program. You need to fix the data center. So you need to learn to be an electrical engineer or a chemical engineer or any sort of person who works in that field, works around them. If you make like drawings with it, then it sucks. If you use it to help you when you're stuck, that's good. People do use it for their own drawings, or they use it for video. I think the line will probably be, at least for me, is okay. If you use it for that purpose, why are you using it for that purpose? Because some people do a fully generated image. Other people will use it as a gateway where they do use Photoshop, then they draw parts of it, use AI, and it's part of the workflow. They just keep jumping back and forth. So AI is in there, but it's just worked in, and then there are purely AI works, which people also post and just want to have fun, and they clearly label like, "Hey, this is AI." One thing I did actually see was, I do support like labeling AI work. Like I think in my description I do talk about my own use of it. But one reason I can understand why some people don't want it is right now, it is like, if you use it, people do come after you and they do scream at you. And if people don't want to endure that makes sense why they wouldn't post it. But I think overall, everything that you use should be labeled, just to give people an idea of like what happened. So if you physically drew something, with a pencil, you drew it with a pencil, that should be noted. If you use a paintbrush of some kind, that should be noted. If you use a computer, that should be noted. If you used what else? There's so many different art forms. If you use plastic, if you use like chemistry, well, not chemistry generally, that's too broad, but let's say you use different chemicals to make a structure, that will be something to note. How something is done should always be listed, I feel. So I did see it like on AI Awards page where people were discussing, if a person claims that they drew something like with a pencil, but it's actually AI generated, of course I would be angry about that. But if they mentioned AI generated from the start and I expected that, then I'd be fine with it. As long as people aren't using it to scam you, then yeah. Like, I have the policy, like, you could do whatever you want with my content, but just don't use it to defame people. Don't use it to do crime. So don't use it to do crimes. Don't use it to make people, like, sexualize people who don't want that. So, for example, don't do what people with Grok, like what men on Twitter are doing with Grok. With, you have a photo of a woman, you type in a prompt, and then you undress them. Not fully, but you undress them pretty much to the limit that you can. Like, that's not right. Because I think even the women who are working with AI, they wouldn't support that kind of thing. We gotta go, it's getting late. Alright. I'll see you I don't know if I'll be doing content tomorrow. I'll make a video tomorrow, but I don't know if I'll stream tomorrow. Thank you for coming in though. I do appreciate you being here. I guess I can make a stream about this. I don't know. I'll make an AI stream one day. Let's just talk about it. I'll see you later.